Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and can I start by congratulating the Honourable Lady on securing this urgent question and also welcome the Right Honourable Gentleman back to Parliament as well as to his place. The human rights abuses taking place against the Uyghurs in Xinjiang are egregious, as the Honourable Lady said. In government, we took robust action, leading international condemnation and sanctioning individuals and an entity involved to tackle the problem at source. We also took further measures to make sure British companies are not involved. These included the introduction of export controls and financial penalties for organisations who fail to meet their obligations under the Modern Slavery Act. These measures must be retained and indeed reviewed to make sure that British companies and consumers do not indirectly support the human rights abuses. The Minister said that the new government is committed to the measures introduced by the last Conservative government, and he also mentioned that 2 weeks ago the Prime Minister held a bilateral meeting with President Xi. In the readout, though, from number 10, there was no explicit mention of human rights abuses in Xinjiang, which is disappointing. So can the Minister elaborate on what exactly was said at that bilateral meeting? Were human rights abuses against the Uyghurs in Xinjiang explicitly raised? And if the Minister decides to meet with his Chinese counterpart, will he commit to explicitly raising these same human rights abuses? Indeed, will all ministers across the government always raise this issue in all their bilaterals? The government made a manifesto commitment to carry out an audit of our relations with China. Can the Minister confirm that this audit will cover trade and the issue of goods produced in Xinjiang in the UK supply chain? And can the Minister also confirm whether the impact of the accelerated rollout of electric vehicles and solar panels and the 2030 decarbonisation target will also be audited? In its so far unsuccessful mission to grow the UK economy, Madam Deputy Speaker, will the Minister agree that that growth must not come at the price of restricting our condemnation of human rights abuses in China?